All right. Hello. We're going to get started. It's a couple minutes after. Hopefully people are straggling in from parking, but you all made it. So thanks for being here. I'm Kelly with Gia's Italian Kitchen, and this is part of the Marion Library events. Every month we do cooking with Gia's Italian Kitchen. So I see a lot of new faces. This is awesome. I see some returns. So thank you for coming back. Last month we did probably like the coolest, oh, Sally, you missed it. I'll have to send you the packet. We did. So in collaboration with the Swamp Fox Bookstore, we did Giada De Laurentiis has a new cookbook out. And so we promoted her cookbook with Terry Wave, owner of the bookstore. Yeah. If you don't know, the Swamp Fox Bookstore is just a couple blocks that way off of the square. But she had a new cookbook come out. So Terry was here and we did a couple recipes out of that cookbook. They were just like unbelievable. They were so cool. We did a shrimp, I forget what, the Sicilian pesto, which is totally different than like a Tuscan pesto that's green. And then we made a Calabrian chili oil from scratch. It was like you wanted to lick the plate. It was unbelievable. So that was really complex. And so I thought tonight we're going to kind of go the other direction and simplify a little bit. So Terry is back, so thank you for coming back. She has an array of books that we will talk about in a little bit to, again, promote the bookstore, but there's, I don't know, we'll talk about them, but I'm not cooking out of any of those in particular. These are just a couple of my recipes. So what you have in front of you are the class packets. We're going to make a Italian pasta salad with a homemade vinaigrette. And then usually we've been doing wine tastings. We'll do like a white and a red, or maybe a red or whatever. But I thought it would be fun to do a white summer sangria. So we're going to do that. And then you'll all get to taste both. As you came in, new also tonight is the little raffle card. So the first raffle ticket, you should have all gotten one. If you haven't, put your name on the back. If you signed in and registered your email, that's all you got to do, and you get a ticket. So there's 3 more chances, which I will, they were on the sign, but I'll tell you in a little bit, and you can get more chances to win. So let's dive into this. So I did make the pasta already because I didn't think you guys would want to just like watch the pasta boil. So I did prep some of this already. So your packets have the recipes. The Italian pasta salad is on page 3. So we're going to start with that. Now these are some really just classic, beautiful, fresh ingredients. You can add whatever you want. And as the summer goes by or on, you know, if you have zucchini in your garden or, you know, other vegetables, bell peppers, you can put whatever vegetables you want in here. This is just kind of a classic. It's almost like a caprese. So we're going to do the pasta, obviously, salami, mozzarella, grape tomatoes, red onion, and 2 kinds of olives. Actually, we're kind of going to do a little olive tasting. If you like olives, I'm going to put just regular green olives in the salad, but I like to use multiple kinds of olives. So we're going to do the Castelvetrano, which are the really, really good ones, but I want you to actually taste it. So we'll just like put that on your plate if you want one so that you can just taste the olive without the dressing on it. My other favorite olive is a cured black Italian olive, which does not come in a can. Those are totally not Italian. They're not good. They come, actually you can find them in a jar, I think, yeah, in a jar at Hy-Vee, but they look like little tiny black prunes. And they've been cured in olive oil and herbs and salt, and they're very, very strong, very salty, but they are the base for quite a few classic Italian dishes. So if you see those, they're worth trying. But we're going to do just some standard ones. Okay, so the dressing. So on the shelf, imagine you're at Hy-Vee and you've got the shelf of, or the aisle, right, of salad dressings. They are full of sugar. They're full of multiple different oils, tons of salt, and tons of preservatives. obviously that's easy, right? But I'm going to show you easy. This is so easy. There's no sugar in here. There's no preservatives, and you know exactly what you're getting. It's pure extra virgin olive oil, so you know you're getting that true Italian, but true, like you're only getting a good oil from an olive, not from a seed, or who knows where. So this is, and then I like them in these ball jars because you can just shake the heck out of them and kind of emulsify them with no dairy, and they kind of get whipped. But this is, so the recipe's in there. It's extra virgin olive oil, some balsamic. You can mix up the vinegars, you know, red wine, white wine. I love white balsamic, or you can kind of, I think I did a blend of this, of balsamic and white. A little bit of sea salt and black pepper, and then the Italian seasoning. So basil, rosemary, thyme, oregano, or you can just buy the combo of the dried. Just put a couple tablespoons in there. That's it. But this is fresh. This is going to keep in your fridge just like a shelf would, for months, and it's more natural, no sugar. So I'm going to pour this whole thing on the pasta. Can you guys? Yeah. Okay. Are the side monitors on? Can you guys see those? Okay. So I'm going to pour this on here. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. And the, meat, cheese, spinach. And then I'll do this one on here. And I'm just going to give this a toss while we get the rest of this stuff going. Because when I took the pasta out, normally I would save some of the pasta water, right? If we were making a sauce, if any of you, for those that are veterans here, but I don't want to add anything to this because we're using the dressing. So let's do a little more here. And then the rest over here. All right. Can you guys smell it at all? Yeah? That's good. That's good. So the Italian seasoning that I am using tonight is from, okay, veterans, where is it from? Anyone? You don't remember? Thank you. Graziano's. That's where I get everything. So it's a little Italian grocery store in Des Moines, on the east side of Des Moines. But they have just, I love they make their own blend. They have a little garlic powder in it, some dried red peppers in it, in addition to like the oregano, basil, and all that good stuff. So it's awesome. So then we're going to add some red onion. You can omit these. You can use yellow. I just love red because I love that strong flavor. I'm going to add not all of this to that one. And then mozzarella balls. So if you've seen these in the grocery store, these are adorable. Oh, did you have a question? Sorry. Yeah.
I just have a question about pasta.
Yeah.
Do you use a certain kind? I mean, I was looking, I have a machine.
Yeah.
Flour and stuff, because I was reading up on it.
The Italian, well, so there's, yeah. Imported. I mean, and Amazon has imported. I would recommend Caputo's is a good brand that's imported, but they have multiple types of imported flour. So it depends on what you're making. So let's look at what we're eating tonight. So this is a campanelle, which is a smaller shape, right? So you've got the little shape, right? Can you guys kind of see that? Probably see it better on the box. These little shapes are more, I mean, they're all over Italy, but they're more pronounced in the South, where they're using the semolina wheat. It's a harder flour, and you can more easily, there's little gadgets where you, like to make an orecchietta, and you kind of push it and you roll it, or you've got the little ridgy thing and you push and you roll to make these little shapes. So that would be your wheat, your durum semolina wheat, and water. That's what a shelf stable is going to be made of. And they're totally fine. But like when I'm home making like a fettuccine or a spaghetti, you're going to use typically, is an egg and flour. That's going to let you make it a little thinner. You're going to roll it out on your little cranky thing and cut it. So it just depends on what you're trying to make. And for a pasta salad, you could use whatever shape you want, right? Just kind of depends on what you're going for. I like the smaller shapes that have, I don't know if you can see it. This kind of looks like a horn, where it's got nuggets for the dressing to go. Like, I eat spaghetti and fettuccine and bucatini and all those, but like, I would rather eat this because the sauce is going to get stuck in there and I want the sauce, right? This is just a vessel, right? For whatever amazing sauce you're making. So for a pasta salad, or most really pastas, I tend to gravitate more towards the little ones for that reason, but it's totally preference. Okay. So the mozzarella balls, you can buy, like a whole one, you can buy them sliced. I love these little pearls because you don't have to do anything, right? You just open it and in it goes. If you do find, like at Graziano's, or if you're at a different store and you find like a burrata or a buffalo mozzarella, like those are next level mozzarella cheeses. You're probably not going to find them in balls. You're probably going to find them like in a whole ball that you're going to have to slice your own, but they're going to taste even better than store-bought. Okay, next, salami. So I have some Genoa, some Volpe, some black pepper. This is really a preference too on the type you like. I like it a little more spicy and a little more dry. So that's what I gravitate towards. And then I cut these into quarters. Again, this is kind of preference. But like a Genoa, a Volpe, those names are more typical of like an authentic versus like an American made, where they're, I don't know, they tend to be sweeter, the American made ones, I think, which are not my favorite. Okay, then let's do olives. Okay, so these we're going to taste. These we're going to add. And if you get a little bit of the olive juice in here, totally fine. Sorry, was there a question? Nope. Okay. I did drain about 90% of it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And then the rest I'm just letting kind of fall in here. Okay, so we'll let this hang out. So next, I'm going to do the tomatoes last because as I turn, I don't want them to get smashed. So just FYI, I'm doing those last. Okay, we've got pasta, salami, mozzarella, onion, olive, so spinach and the basil. So I'm going to grab the spinach. I'm going to grab the basil. Okay, and when I am doing this, let me reintroduce Terry, owner of Swamp Fox Books, and she's going to tell you about some of the books she brought today. And then I'll tell you about one of my favorites. But she knows which one that is.
I just want to pull this one up.
Here. Sorry.
Mainly, if anybody's looking for a Father's Day gift and you have that father figure in your life, your legs, and the method is out. And the reason I kind of like this book is the forward is by one of my favorite chefs to watch on the Food Network. But he also busts some big barbecuing myths.
Ooh.
Struggle with barbecuing or grilling, definitely check this one out. So this one's brand new.
Do you know what one of the myths are?
Putting butter on your steak doesn't help it.
If you're grilling, yeah, that's going to flame up.
It doesn't help at all. No, and I think there was, I didn't read the chicken one, but there's been a big thing with poultry as well.
Okay.
I found so it's just my husband and I at home, and he's diabetic, and I have a huge too. So he doesn't eat a lot of sweet things, but I love to bake, and so I found small batch bakes. So this makes anywhere from 4 to 6 servings. And the nice thing is there's some basic recipes in this back, how to make small batches of dough, dough and bread dough. So I'm making a very small batch. I made the miso, brown miso banana bread and it was very, very good. The miso, you can get it at Hy-Vee as a paste, and it adds a little bit of depth of flavor. It takes a little bit of depth from I really, really like that. Kelly and I are both fans of How to Taste by Mandy English. This is a wonderful nonfiction book about the science behind tasting. And there's steps that anybody can take. You don't have to be a sommelier. You don't have to be a cicerone, which is a certified beer taster, similar to a sommelier, that anybody can do. And by taking these steps, when you taste and enjoy food, it'll lock in your sense memory, which is pretty amazing. And Mandy is originally from Iowa, I found out after reading this book. She lives in New York City, or New York now.
Can I give my plug for that book? Because I love this book. So it talks about the why too. So it talks about why when you walk into a room and something rushes back to you of like something your grandma made, that's like this happy nostalgic memory that you're always going to have with you. And then maybe you had the stomach flu, 10 years ago, that is always going to stick with you, and you're probably never going to want to eat that thing ever again, right? Your memory does memorize those feelings of the food and the smells. So there's a lot of underlying funny to that, and tips on tasting, but like it's I love it. It's a great book.
It's not dry,
no,
so
yeah.
Like nonfiction,
no.
Very dry. This is very approachable.
Yeah.
It's not dry
yeah,
all.
It's a great read.
Which is a good segue into the other books I brought. So the Kamigawa Food Detectives and Aftertaste. These are both fiction books about food. And the Kamigawa Food Detectives is about a father and daughter who own a restaurant in Kyoto. And they have people come to their restaurant and have them recreate a dish that had a profound impact on their lives. Try to reconnect to that memory, that taste, those feelings they had when somebody cooked a specific dish.
I'll bring it home and recycle,
There's a third one coming out later this year or early next year. And if you're looking for something light, breezy to read, that is easy to pick up and put down, and carry in a bag or a purse, nice petite size, this is definitely one to check out. This one just came out. And I am going to read the blurb on it because it's hard for me I haven't figured out how to describe it in short fashion. So this is Aftertaste by Daria Lavelle. She is an immigrant from Kyiv. And this book is about Konstantin Zahovny. He's a haunted man. His father died when he was 10. The ghosts have been hovering around him ever since. Kostya can't exactly see ghosts, but he can taste their favorite food. Flavors of meals he's never eaten will flood his mouth, a sign that a spirit is present. He's kept these aftertastes a secret for most of his life, but one night he decides to act on what he's tasting and everything changes. He discovers he can reunite people with their departed loved ones for one last meal. Imagine that. Convinced that his life's purpose is to serve closure to grieving strangers, he sets out to learn all he can by entering a particularly fiery ring of hell, the New York culinary scene. But as his kitchen skills catch up with his ambitions, he's too blind to see his destiny looming in the afterlife. And the one person who knows cooked him must be stopped, also after he's fallen in love with him. So set in bustling New York City, restaurants teeming with smells and food burning, Aftertaste the whirlwind romance, a heart-wrenching look at love and loss, and a ghost story about all the ways we hunger and how far we'll go to find them. If you're interested in doing a little bit of traveling, Daria is going to be at Dragonfly Books later this month doing a food event with them. I believe you can check Dragonfly's website to see if there's still tickets available. sounds like a fantastic event, all focused around the book aftertaste. I'm excited to read it.
Do you have another one?
I can talk
Okay,
about
so let me plug before you go to the next book. So if you read this on the way in, this is the raffle ticket. So I brought more raffle tickets up here. 3 additional chances to win. So the first one, you signed in, you gave me your email. Second one, if you post something on any, or comment on any of my posts on Gia's Italian Kitchen, any Facebook, Instagram, whatever, YouTube, I'm on all of them, you get to take a ticket, another ticket. If you share any of my posts and tag me, take another ticket. If you take a photo tonight of me or Terry up here, so here's your chance because she's got more books to talk about, and post it and tag Terry and I, you can take another ticket. Now this is honor system because obviously I can't audit you at the moment, but if you do any of those, take a ticket, put your name on it, put it in there. So the drawing is going to be for a half-price private group class, which retail for $400. So that's where I come to you and you select a custom menu. It's up to 6 people for a dinner party, and we do this, and we, it's an experience. So you would be coming up, you'd be helping chop the things, and then when dinner's done, I leave and you have this beautiful dinner party. So that's the prize. So if you would like to be entered into that prize, do any of those social things, and you can take more tickets. Okay, more books.
I got 3 more, and there's a few more over on my table. Over there. I know when it gets to be summer, the last thing some days I want to do when I get home is turn on the oven. And so snacking dinners, so it's all about small plates that you can make that take advantage of some fresh ingredients, like having eggs or toast with different toppings on it. So little bites that you can make relatively quickly and serve. Oh, that's great. One of my favorite cookbooks, and there is America's Test Kitchen, which is their own TV show. They have several different streaming services as well. We have a couple of their cookbooks. They have one of their kids' cookbooks here tonight. We have Cooking for 2, which is an anniversary edition. But my favorite one is Cooking for 1, which I will tell you does make enough for 2 people because it's always leftovers. But with all the America's Test Kitchen cookbooks, there's always something in the beginning to help you figure out how to set up your pantry. There's always pictures, which is key for me in a cookbook, and it will tell you how to level up the basic recipe as well with using other recipes in the cookbook. One of the best things is there is an entire section on desserts, including how to make just 2 chocolate chip cookies, and it doesn't require you having an egg.
I was just gonna say that.
But use the egg yolk, and then there's a recipe for carbonara in here that uses the
nice.
white.
Okay.
And in honor of Pride Month, and I'm currently reading this one, is Kristen Kish's memoir came out. She is a chef. She's been all over the United States cooking, but she has been a Top Chef and Iron Chef. And this is her story, her journey as a chef, as a queer person in the United States. The cool thing is she's from Michigan, and so she has a connection to here in the Midwest, and she did cook in Chicago for a while too. So I highly recommend this. I'm about halfway through. I'm enjoying it. It's really fun. So that was my pick for this one.
Awesome. Now, if someone brought their credit card tonight, could they buy a book from you tonight, Terry?
Yes, they can. And all of our books are available online at smartfoxbookstore.com. You're also welcome to come down and see us. Like Kelly said, we're just around the corner of 7th Avenue, kitty corner from Pete's Hut, across the street from Sweet Cheesecake, your sweet tooth person, and sort of right next to Livingston Hearing Aid Service, in the Phillips Diamond Building. So that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, right around the corner.
Yeah, thank you. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna finish off our pasta salad. The last few things, basil. So I just kind of layer these kind of like the nesting dolls from when we were kids. And if you kind of roll it and then do little strips, they turn into the little cute little strips that I'm not, actually, maybe I'll cut them in half so they don't get stuck in our teeth. But then they're those nice little chiffons of fresh herbs to give our dressing a nice little pop. All right. Actually, you can probably, can you smell that? But okay, so we'll do a little bit in this one, a little bit in this one. Okay, then I love to buy these little basil plants from Hy-Vee instead of like the basil in the little packets in the refrigerator. Because even though I took probably about half the plant, you can take this home and plant it in a pot or in your garden right now, and it will stay alive. It will grow like crazy. So I guess we'll draw two. We'll draw one for the raffle, and then we'll draw a second one if you would like. You can take the basil plant home tonight. Okay, so let's mix. Could you do me a favor? Could you help me grab all the sangria stuff? Let's bring that up. Okay, so we'll let this hang out. Now the dressing I made yesterday so that the dried herbs have been hydrating. If you have the time, that's the best, is to make it at least an hour ahead of time, if not the day before. Because one, it's out of your way, but two, then your herbs are really going to have that punch because they've been fully hydrated. Very good question. No, the recipes in here are singles. These are all triples. Triples. So that everyone gets a taste. Very good question. I apologize I didn't mention that. Yes, this is a lot. This is a lot. And, you can do a half a pound of pasta and even the same amount of ingredients if you want, a bigger salad or more spinach. Really, I would often use kale because kale is so beneficial health-wise, but it really needs to sit like in an olive oil for a good hour just to kind of break it down and soften it up. So sometimes I do that, but I didn't do that today. Okay, sangria. Like I said, normally we have been doing wine, and I thought, well, this would be fun. Let's put this together. So what I did yesterday, I added some of the wine, all of the brandy, and then some of the berry fruit. So I think I did raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, something else. Cherries. Yes, I did. Frozen. And I added frozen pomegranates. So I found in the freezer a bag of frozen pomegranate seeds. And I was like, genius. So I added some of those because I love pomegranates and I hate cleaning them and shucking them. So we're going to add... I did, yes. I muddled them, and then this, I have a strainer. I was going to do a fine mesh strainer, but this pitcher has little thingies, so I think this will work just as well. So I'm going to add, I think, almost a full bottle in here. And then, could you grab me the sparkling water? It's in the fridge. And we'll stir that up. Down. There. The big case. Oh, wait, I just did that one. Perfect. Thank you. No, I do not want tonic water. Although that's a good summer drink, too. So you can use whatever white wine you want, really. I'm using a Sauv Blanc just because I like it drier. If you like a sweeter one, you're getting sweet from the brandy and the fruit. But if you like sweeter wine, thank you.
How many will you need?
I don't know, because I'm gonna splash as we pour. You could use a Chardonnay. I think a Chardonnay would kind of be weird because it's buttery. But you could use like a Riesling if you like the sweet wines. That it's really a preference. You could even do a red wine, and maybe change it up a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna add an orange slice. You could do orange, lime, lemon, whatever. I have some in here, but we'll do one of these in your glass, and then we'll pour and top it off with some sparkling water. So why don't we do that first? So if you would like a taste of the sangria, I will card you. I'm kidding. Why don't I have you come up this way and we'll pour. I think that'll be easier than us walking around, which is normally what I do with the wine, but that's probably going to be a little too much. So I'm going to do wine and then just a little of the soda. Yeah, and then I think that, can we do all at once or should we have them come up twice?
We could do it all at once.
Should we try it all at once?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. And fork for the orange slices, maybe?
Well, we'll do tongs because we'll do the orange slices into the cups. Yeah. Okay. Why don't we do that? And then I'm going to move this until we need it. And we'll do this at the end. And we'll move these. I guess everyone come up then. And if you would like the sangria, you can take it. And if you don't, you can just take the food. How about that? And then we'll toss this. Yep. Oops, sorry.
And you're pouring it through the strainer, is that correct?
Yeah, because to catch so the stuff doesn't come out. Yes. Yeah. Well, probably less. Yeah, because I mean that's okay. And then a little splash of that, and a plate of this. You got a lot of tomatoes there. There you go. You're welcome.
I'm putting the glasses out so I can get those.
Oh, thank you. Okay, these all have the soda in them. So if you want one, you can take one of those. There you go. And if you want it, yeah, just take one of those olives to test.
Yeah, there's another staff back there. I'm not sure who else taking sangria.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not quite. We don't want to double the pour. Yeah, yeah. A heavy splash, but yeah. Oops.
Is that called Summer White Sangria because you're using white grape?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You could use a rosé in here. You could
Oh, rosé would be nice too, yeah. Whoa. Whoops.
This is just like being at home. Same thing.
It happens. It happens. That's okay. We have more.
Yeah,
It was at the end of it anywhere.
Yeah, I think
We have
it's all
more.
on the lid.
I hope you're not wasting.
Get a straw. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll lay down on the floor. You can ring the towel.
Great idea.
I grabbed the salad and forgot the drink.
Oh,
So.
Do you like spicy stuff, Sally?
Yes, I love it.
So this Calabrian chili oil out of Giada's cookbook, you buy dried porcini mushrooms and you put them in the food processor to make a powder out of them, and then a ton of dried red peppers, shallots, onions, olive oil, and you kind of like steep it like a tea, and then strain it, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
What kind of olive is this?
Castelveltrano. Castelveltrano. I'll grab the bottle so you can take a picture.
I'm trying to figure
very yummy.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
This is fun. I've never
I
been.
don't think so. You still got.
You do look new. I don't recognize you. Thanks for coming.
You get down to the bottom, you'll hold on.
I know.
How you doing, Sherry?
Okay.
Do you want me to bring you one of these? I can bring it with back to your seat. You got? Okay. Okay.
Sangria. Yeah.
If you haven't tried them, oh, did you grab? Yeah, you grabbed one. They're really good.
Okay.
So how you guys all look new? How did you guys hear about the class?
We just saw it online.
Yeah? Oh, good. There you go. How about you? Oh, were you with? Okay. 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 Awesome.
How are you? You're doing very good job with the origins. Yes. Yeah. It's so pretty. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Try this too.
Yep.
I saw that Austin Berg is doing, I think he's doing a thing up there.
Yeah, I don't think he's done something.
I want one.
Yeah, because his paperback is coming out with the new chapter.
I got
Yeah.
About how long this would last in the fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, easily a couple days, but the the pasta kind of softens as it ages over in a day or so. I wouldn't say more than a couple days. Yeah, but easily a couple days. There you go.
I want to see if you can make a plate that has as little meat as possible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I kind of hate to waste it, but
No, I can fish around
I
it.
figured you knew that, so.
I forgot, to
Yeah.
be honest. I'm sorry.
Hey, I don't expect an accommodation, but I thought, well, you're right here.
Chris, I'm just telling Kelly, I found a cookbook later this year that is cooking Italian, but it's
Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't really
that's
care
nice.
about vegan because nobody's going to take
How about
cheese
that?
away
There you
from
go.
me. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm not going to forget my cheese. But,
Well, that Giada cookbook had a lot of
it has a lot of good stuff in it.
vegetarians in there. Yeah. Yeah,
And I
try
never
one of
met
those.
I never met an olive I didn't like.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So there's a little pasta salad left.
like another bowl.
Well, that's why we got to put other stuff in it. I like putting a lot of spinach in it. Yeah. Oh, and cucumbers. Yeah. Okay. Let's taste this. Thank you. What do you guys think?
I don't like these.
Aren't they delicious? Yeah. Did you want one of these?
Absolutely.
There you go. Yeah, you're welcome. So if you would like some more pasta salad, just come on up and we'll give you some more. Take your time, but that is our class for tonight. So Italian pasta salad with homemade vinaigrette and the Summer White Sangria. So in your packets also is additional information. I don't know what page it's on, but you'll find it on Terry and the bookstore. There's a page on the library. There's a page on a few of my favorite downtown establishments. I think it's Terry and Scout and West End. Is it West End Diner? Yeah, West End Diner. Of course, Sweet Cheesecake is going to be on there soon. So little sneak peek of in the fall. Terry and I are going to do a collaboration with the Sweet Cheesecake here at the library. So be on the lookout for that. That is going to be really, really exciting. And Terry's going to have some special books for that. But Nikki, the owner of Sweet Cheesecake, will be with us. So that's going to be super awesome. I'm sorry? Oh, sorry. I thought that was a question. So then page on me on there talks about the private group class. So there's a little more information on there. Team building as well. So if you have a culture program as part of your company, a food experience, a cooking experience as that team building activity is a great idea. We can do them here. I have a couple other places in town, one up in Independence, Iowa, if the company doesn't have a kitchen. So again, it's like a custom menu, and we do maybe some appetizers and cocktails or mocktails so that everyone gets to participate in the team building activity. So those are really awesome too. So yeah, check it out. And at the very least, if you could please go onto social, I'm on all of them, and like and share and subscribe and do all those social things to help me grow and help Terry grow. That's, how the word gets out, right? Is the crawl over social media. So that would be very much appreciated. So thanks again for coming, and let's get cooking. That's my little tagline. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, and more pasta. Okay, just pull this back because I already stuck my finger in that one. You're welcome. Aren't they good? You're welcome. Or you want to just take that? That's a clean one. There you go. A little more. There you go. Oh, sure. Yeah.
These are so good.
Aren't they
They're
yummy?
a combination of green and black.
Yes, I just won't touch it.
I was just
Yeah.
at Graziano's last night.
Oh, that's awesome. Isn't it the best? It's like Christmas.
Just a little hole in the wall.
Oh, tiny.
Right,
Tiny,
so
tiny.
What did these come
Oh,
out
here,
of
let me
these?
give you more goodies. The Castelvoltrano. Do you
Okay, now I know the name.
the jar of olives?
Oh,
Can we grab that just so they can see it? Yeah. They're very unique. Yeah.
I'm glad that you added the basil. I was wondering about that from the start when I saw the recipe.
Just as a little punch, right?
and I loved Graziano's.
Whoops.
That was such a cool.
It's a fun place.
Yeah.
There you go. You're welcome. Whoops. Hang on, one more. We'll all take it to go containers.
I brought a to-go container
Yeah.
with me.
Actually, let me, here, I'll do this, and then we can wash this one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we do also feed the library staff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's why I always make sure I make more extra, but, and then we'll eat.
Sure. And I wonder too, could you throw some chicken in there?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
That'd be a good addition too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, really, any meat you could throw in here. Were you collaborating chili oil last month?
No.
Oh, 'cause we
weren't
did,
in Florida yet.
I made my Tuscan chicken, and which has a bunch of herbs and garlic and stuff on it, but then we put the collaborating oil of it on top of that, and it was just like, oh my gosh, insane.
We never try to miss a month, let me tell you.
Thanks for coming. There
Thank
you
you.
go. Here, you want a little more pasta there?
Yeah,
There you go. There you go. Let me give you a little more. Whoa. There you go. Thank you. There you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, ladies.
Yeah, thanks for doing this.
I love it. This is my passion. Okay, so does everyone put a ticket in here that wants to put a ticket in here? Okay. Gonna draw.
For the class?
Krista Anderson.
Way to go, Krista.
Do you want the half price class or you want the basil plant? I won't be offended. Okay, no problem.
How generous.
Ruth D. Yay! The basil? Okay. I'm going to just give it to you in a napkin there instead of giving you the bowl. Oh, Sally Reck. Guess what you're taking? Awesome. Congratulations. Yay. Well, thanks again for coming. Take your time, but hope to see you again soon. Thanks. Yeah. We haven't totally confirmed, announced that yet. So, yeah, kind of need to wait on that. Mm-hmm.